There's a lot of framing of this as a sort of crucial moment for the government to reset the agenda. Do you think that's the feeling within Labour Party at the moment, that it's perhaps been a disappointing first year and that this is needed to reset the agenda?
It's definitely a crucial moment. Look, we came in incredibly difficult circumstances, but I got into politics to make people better off. That's exactly what the spending review today will be about. Look, investing to get bills down in clean energy. You see the announcement on homes today, great for young people who need to get into a house, who are paying too much on rent, investing to get wages up, announcements around road, around rail, getting us to work more quickly. So this spending review is about making us better off. It's why I'm in politics. I'm really excited today to see the announcements. Fiscal events are great. This one will be absolutely brilliant.
Do you think there was a need to change the tone? What was the first year something that perhaps underwhelmed you as a backbench MP, or not?
I had to be honest about the situation in which we faced. We're in the most serious, difficult times in almost a century. The longest squeeze in wages since Napoleon threatened our shores. You can see what it's like when you drive on our roads, how difficult it was to be a GP. On the side of that as well, war in Europe. On the other side of that, a planet that is burning. These are the most serious times for any government in this century. We have to rise to the challenge, and part of rise to that challenge in a democracy is being honest with the British people about where we stand.
Are you pleased that the winter fuel payment decision was reversed?
Well, the policy intent has remained the same. The design has changed. I do favour means testing the winter fuel allowance. The £500 million we've saved can be spent elsewhere, for example, in getting homes for young people. But on the other side of it, what we had before was the pension credit threshold. On top of that, a discretionary payment. We now, of course, have a mandated payment. The decision has changed. The intent has remained the same.
In terms of those kind of more immediate spending pressures on areas of welfare in general, do you think there should be more given than perhaps has been promised so far? Two-child benefit, for example, is that something that should be considered?
They're always quite difficult trade-offs in any decisions you're making. Look, I used to work in Somaliland writing their budgets there, where the choice was between putting more money into feeding kids or paying soldiers. So I've seen what it's like when you have to do everything in the round. It's really, really hard. So I won't play Chancellor in the TV studios. Everything has to add up from their side.
You're welcome to if you'd like to. In terms of some of these bigger pledges that we're hearing about, whether it's affordable homes, yesterday nuclear power, and I guess these areas, big numbers, but it'll be long-term investment and therefore perhaps more easy to fund over the long term via borrowing than the trade-offs you just mentioned on short-term spending. Are we worried about the size of some of these investments, or do you think the markets will take it in their stride because it is this sort of long-term investment opportunity? Well,
in terms of the borrowing, that's been set out, if you like, both tax spend and borrowing is set at the budget. Today's spending review is allocated, if you like, the spending that was set out there, the total envelope. So there won't be a reaction today because the numbers are already known. Seeing the bond market movements, it tends to be, for example, because the US bond rate has risen. We've seen that happen across the globe. But borrowing to invest is the right thing for a government to do. It's what businesses do as well. And in making those investments in nuclear, for example, we might not see it over this parliament, right? But what we will see in the future is a secure supply of energy. Now, 2011, I remember Nick Clegg saying we should build a nuclear power plant because it won't come online until 2021. And look where we are today. The highest energy bills in the G7 because we are dependent on natural gas for our energy, 98%. Had we made the investments then, our inflation, our energy bills would be lower today. We're making decisions today, yes, making people better off in the short run, but also for years to come, decades and generations.
Jeevun, thanks so much for joining us. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
Dr. Jeevun Sandher MP for Loughborough.